Yo, what's up guys? This is Kimmerman from Kimmerman Gunpla Studio, and today I got here the Z Apollo from Geass from Premium Bandai models. And yep, this is the latest model kit that Geass has to offer us. So let's check this kit out and let's see what this Z Apollo has to offer us. Fangen wir an, los geht's. So the box art here shows the Z Apollo and Geass Rozé Recapture. Yep, I am not familiar with the Geass anime, by the way, although I watched some of the clips of the Geass. Still, I'm not a fan, except for the design of the Mecha. So there, this is the P Bandai 135 scale, a high-grade scale model. And there, blue Bandai, and this is released in 2026, so this is a new model as of this recording. So today is May 4, 2026. So there we go. In the side of the box we can see the poses, which is very nice, and I find that this kit does have so many armaments included. So they're really cool. I really like the scissor weapon there, which is very unique. And on the other side of the box we can see the front view, the rear view, and the pilot there. I don't know him. And that's it. So if we open the box here, we can see the instruction manual. So let's focus first with the instruction manual. So it has the same picture from the box art, and if we open the manual, it's not the same with the staple manuals, since high grade, this is a high grade kit and it has this kind of manual. So the parts list is not that much since this is a high grade, so it's not that complicated. The build is really nice and it's very easy. It's not that hard, but be careful with the small parts of this kit. Okay, so there we go. We got the color parts here on the back. So, or I mean color pictures or prints on the back. Okay, so there we go. So let's go with the packages. So the packages here, we got this first pack, this second pack here, third, and the fourth pack. Okay. As always, let's have a quick runner review before we build the kit. And first, I really admire this kit because it doesn't have any color correcting stickers except from the eye stickers, this foil sticker. So we got two sets, blue one and the red one. I don't know why this is two kinds, and anyway, I might choose the blue one because this is much beautiful to look at, and it doesn't have any decals included as well. So let's go with this blue parts here. We got the E2 runner for this blue, dark blue parts. Then we got this small runner F here for the eye parts. Okay, so this is the eye. Then we got gray parts here for the guns, and we got this small hand figures here. Then we got this purple parts, or it's like an indigo colored parts for runner B2. This for the sword. Then we got this multicolored parts here for runner A1. Okay, we got gold, gray, clear green, and this kind of blue. Then we got red colored. This is a very glossy red color for the eyes, so this is not nice as well. Then we got this clear pink parts for the shield. Okay, very cool. Then we got this runner E1 for the blue parts. Then we got this glossy dark red color for red parts. Yep, this C1. Then we got the runner A2 for this gray parts, gold parts, and blue parts. Then we got this sword parts here, or the slash harken parts for the runner B1. And finally, we got this red, dark red, glossy red parts here. Then we got this wires for the slash harkens. So let's build this kit once and for all. And so we got this very tiny kit that made me a real upset because I thought that this kit would be a bit taller, just like the Geass Albion, but this one is smaller than that. So it seems like I bought a high grade Gundam 1/144 scale on this one. For some, this would be a very nice kit, but for me, since I collect 1/100 scale or taller kits, this is not my type. But anyway, let's discuss the appearance of this kit. In terms of color, the color is really nice. I like the contrast of the yellow or the gold to the blue one and the red one. So these contrast, and even the indigo thing here is really nice in terms of contrast effect. So I like the uniqueness of the color of this kit. And it has this kind of shield, this clear pink beam shield, which add nice character on the kit. So if we're going to compare it with the Lancelot Albion here, this is the Lancelot Albion. They're both 1/35 scale, but as you can see, this kit is a bit shorter compared with the Lancelot. So Lancelot here is about the size of a wing model kit in 1/100 scale or the master grade, but this one, it's so small. Anyway, even though this kit is small, it has this very nice arsenal or weaponries included. So let's go first with the articulation. Articulation here, the head can move side to side like that. It's connected by ball joint. The arms can fully rotate 360 degrees, and we got here the slash harkens attached on the shoulder armor, both slash harkens there. In the chest, we got slash harkens as well, which can be deployed like this or close like that on the chest. The elbows can bend 180 degrees, plus we got here this kind of blades attached on the forearm. There we go, can be deployed like that. So for the hands, I changed the hand into Dalin decal hands, the 1/100 scale size. For me, I like the articulated hands compared with the stock hands of this kit, and so it looks like the gorilla hand for this kit. For the waist can rotate 360 degrees like that. Unfortunately, here on the driver's seat or the pilot seat cannot be opened, and there's no other mechanism for this kit aside from this spoiler here that can move up and down. For the legs, it can kick forward up to this far, and the knees can bend double jointed like that. And we got here this rollers attached on the ankle armor, so be careful when moving the rollers because sometimes the ball joints get stuck. So if you do things forcefully on this kit, you might break those delicate parts attached on it. So the rollers here can go up like that or be deployed like that. And what I like with the rollers is both wheels can roll like that. Okay. So for the weaponries, we got another slash harkens on the side of the thigh here. So if you want to pose it with the slash harkens deployed, you can use this wire, but unfortunately I don't like to do those gimmicks. But for the slash harken effects, we got this pieces here. So this one is attached on the shoulder armor, so you need to replace those parts. Then this one for the chest slash harkens, and this one is for the thigh slash harken. So these are interchangeable parts where you need to remove those and install these instead. For another weapons, we got this kind of messer or blade or knife. So this is just a one piece of plastic, indigo colored plastic, that can be handheld. Then we got this vibration sword, which is very huge for this model. As you can see, this model is a bit small, but if you're going to compare the length of the sword is taller compared with the kit. And he got two of these swords. Plus we got a gun for him. So this gun is really a simple one, two plastic clamp together, then attached with this barrels. Be careful with this small piece here because the connection is very fragile. Then we got this very unique weapon. It's my first time to see a weapon scissor. So this is a big scissor. So there, can act like that and can have him hold with one hand or two hands like that. For the head, we got this second head. I think this one is for the normal head, as you can see there. Then the other one has the red eyes. This one has blue eyes, by the way. And what I did is I used the red eyes with the visor, so I attached the visor there. So we got also a green gem that can be attached on the left forearm if you're not using the shield, but for me, I much like the shield to be installed, just like this Lancelot Albion. So there we go, we got the Z Apollo 135 scale model kit. For me, it's a good buy if you like smaller kits, but as a big collector, I am not appreciating this kit. Anyway, see you next time and be safe.